There's food that builds a capable body. And then there's food that quietly makes that harder. Not because one cookie is going to destroy your health. And not because one fast food meal ruins muscle. And certainly not because you have to eat perfect. That's not the message here. The message is this. If your body is built around ultra-processed foods, you may be giving your body calories, but you're not giving it the raw materials it needs to build muscle, strength, energy, and long-term capability. And that matters, because food is not just about weight. It's not just about calories. And food is not just about looking lean. It's about construction materials. So if you want to stay strong, useful, independent, and hard to break, you can't ignore what you eat. Muscle and strength equals capability. Capability equals independence. And independence protects your freedom. But you cannot build a capable body on a diet that keeps making you weaker. So what is the food that makes you weaker? Before I go any further, I want to be clear. This is not about shame. It's not about guilt. And it's not about pretending that everyone's got the same schedule, family lifestyle, socioeconomic background, and privileges. This is not about telling you that your diet has to be perfectly on point all the time. And it's not about telling you that all processed foods are bad. That'd be ridiculous. Bread is processed. Olive oil is processed. Canned sardines are processed. Greek yogurt. The list goes on. Processing itself is not the enemy. The problem is when your diet is dominated by ultra-processed foods, foods that are less like foods and more like industrial formulas, products built from refined starches, added sugars, industrial oils, flavorings, colorings, emulsifiers, and ingredients you never use in your own kitchen. These foods are often designed to be cheap, convenient, shelf-stable, easy to overeat, and hard to stop eating. And that's where the problem begins. Because the modern food system that feeds us today is not neutral. They're not just providing us with foods for fuel. They're pushing us towards foods that are easy to consume, easy to crave, and easy to overeat. And if you're not paying attention, these foods become the foundation of your body. A lot of people talk about food like it's only about calories. Sure, calories matter. Your energy balance matters. But calories are not the whole story. Your body needs more than energy. It needs materials. It needs protein to build and repair muscle. It needs minerals to support bones, nerves, and muscle contractions. It needs fiber to support gut health and satiety. It needs essential fats, vitamins, water. It needs real food structure. When ultra-processed foods become the center of your diet, you can get plenty of calories, but still be underfed in ways that matter for capability. You can be full, but not nourished. You can be overweight, but undermuscled. You can be eating all day long and still not getting enough protein, potassium, magnesium, essential fats, fibers, micronutrients. The problem is not just that people are eating too much. It's that many people are eating foods that make it easy to overeat, but make it a lot harder to build a strong, resilient body. One of the most important studies on ultra-processed foods was done at the NIH. Researchers brought people in for a controlled study. They gave them either an ultra-processed diet or an unprocessed diet. Diets were matched for things like calories offered, sugar, fat, fiber, and macronutrients. But when people ate the ultra-processed diet, they ate more, a lot more, and they gained weight, not the good kind. When they ate the unprocessed diet, they ate less and lost weight, not muscle weight. That matters because it suggests that the problem is not just willpower. The food itself can change how much people eat. Ultra-processed foods are often softer, easier to chew, faster to eat, less filling, more calorie dense, more rewarding, and engineered to keep you coming back. So when somebody says just eat less, that's actually incomplete advice. Yes, calories matter, but the type of food you eat influences how easy or hard it is to control your calories. Real food makes you work a little. You chew it, you digest it, you get full. You get protein, water, minerals, vitamins, fiber, structure. Ultra-processed food often bypasses those signals. It's easy in, easy down, easy to repeat, and hard to regulate. That is not weakness of character. That is the food we get on our grocery store shelves that is designed to beat your biology. Now, let's connect this directly to strength. Muscle is not just built from motivation. Muscle is built from training, plus recovery, plus nutrition. You can train hard, but if your diet is not providing enough protein, enough total nutrients, and enough recovery support, the job gets harder. That's why a lot of people get discouraged and they give up. This becomes especially important as time marches on. The older you get, the more intentional you have to be about preserving your muscle. Because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Your nutrition becomes the front line of defense. You need food that supports your training, recovery, hormones, sleep, connective tissue, and energy. Ultra-processed food can interfere with that by crowding out better food. If your breakfast is a sugary cereal and a pastry, a cup of coffee, where's the protein? Where's the building material? If lunch is chips and a soda, where are the minerals? If dinner is mostly refined starch, sauce, and additives, where are the raw materials to build and maintain your muscle? If the ultra-processed snacks you're eating are engineered to keep you eating, where's satiety? This is not about being perfect. It's about asking the better question. Is the food I'm eating helping to build a better, stronger body, helping me to become more capable, or is it slowly breaking me down, stripping me of my freedom? The standard American diet is not just making people heavier, it's making us less capable. And that's what I'm trying to fight. We're all not just trying to stay lean, we're trying to stay useful, to stay strong, to stay capable, confident. We're trying to keep the body ready for real life. Food's part of that. You can't out-train a diet that keeps taking from you. Here's another obstacle we have to overcome. A lot of food is marketed as healthy, but it's not doing anything for your capability. Protein cookies, low-fat snack packs, flavored yogurts full of sugar, bars that are basically candy with a healthy label on it, plant-based junk food loaded with mysterious ingredients, breakfast cereals with vitamins sprayed on top, energy drinks that replace your valuable sleep. Fake health food can still be ultra-processed food. So don't just read the front of the package. Read the actual ingredient list. Ask simple questions. Does this look like food? Does this have ingredients that I would actually cook with? Does this meal have real protein? Does it have fiber, minerals? Is it going to get me full? Does it help me train? Does it help me recover? Does it help me feel stable? Or does it just make me want to eat more? The goal is not purity. The goal is discernment. You're building a body. Choose materials that make sense. Before we continue, I'd like to thank our sponsor, the Nectarine, made with real nectarines. I've been eating nectarines for years. They're hydrating, naturally sweet, provide fiber, potassium, vitamin C, carbohydrates for energy, all packed into one highly advanced nectarine delivery system. No fruit proprietary blend. Mother Nature does not have an affiliate program, and she doesn't do discount codes. Possible side effects might include sticky fingers, stable energy, and a reduction in cravings for refined sugars and artificial sweeteners. Ask your grocer if nectarines might be right for you. So what should you eat? Start simple. Build your meal around real food. Protein first. Eggs, beef, chicken, turkey, sardines, yogurt, kefir, cottage cheese, beans and lentils. High quality protein powders if they help you reach your target. Not all the powders with the added sugars, the additives, and the ingredients we can't even pronounce. Then add real carbohydrates. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, beans, fruit, oats, and whole grains if your body can tolerate them. Then add vegetables. They bring in fiber, minerals, water, volume, and compounds that support overall health. Don't forget your healthy fats. Olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds, egg yolks, fatty fish, dairy if you can tolerate it. Real food doesn't have to be fancy. It's just got to give your body something it can work with. I got a simple strength plate for you. protein to build and repair, plants for fiber and micronutrients, smart carbs for training and energy, healthy fats for your hormones, satiety, and nutrient absorption, fermented foods for gut support, water and electrolytes for basic function. Without water, the chemical reactions in your body can't take place. You can adjust these details, of course, based on your body, your goals, your culture, your age, and your personal preferences. But the foundation is the same. Eat foods that look like they came from the earth, an animal, a plant, a farm, a simple garden, your mother's kitchen. Not a laboratory trying to keep you snacking forever. So how do I change without going completely crazy? Don't try to do it all in one day. That usually fails. Try changing one thing at a time. Start with breakfast. Instead of cereal and a pastry, go for eggs and fruit. Or Greek yogurt with berries. Or if your stomach agrees with it, do oatmeal with berries. Add some nuts on top, or mix in some almond butter. Then upgrade drinks. Replace soda, sweet tea, energy drinks for water, mineral water, tea, coffee, or unsweetened electrolytes. Then upgrade snacks. Instead of chips and candy, try fruit, nuts, seeds, cheese, boiled eggs, jerky, yogurt, or leftovers. Then upgrade dinner. Build dinner around a real protein and a real carbohydrate. Meat and potatoes, fish and rice, chicken and vegetables, eggs and sourdough, beans and rice. And remember, when you can, add fermented foods at the beginning of your meals for gut health and digestibility. Simple works. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to reduce the percentage of your diet that comes from foods that make you weaker, hungrier, and less nourished, and thus less capable. One meal a day sets you in the right direction. The 80-20 rule. Now, whenever I hear the word rule when it comes to dieting, I take pause. There is no one set rule for folks, but I see the 80-20 rule as more of a guideline. Because ultimately, the goal is not to become afraid of food. It doesn't mean no pizza forever, no ice cream forever, no chips forever. The goal is to stop letting ultra-processed foods become your foundation. There's a huge difference between eating something occasionally that you love and can really indulge in that moment and savor it, than building your body on it every day. That's going to ultimately break you and make you less capable. So have a birthday cake, eat a meal with friends, share an ice cream cone with your kid. But don't let your default diet be food that works against your strength. Your daily pattern matters more than your occasional exception. Think about it. If 80 to 90% of your diet comes from real food, your body is built on a better foundation. But if 50, 60, or 70% of your calories are coming from ultra-processed foods, you got to stop and ask yourself, what kind of body am I building? Here's the bigger message. Your body's always adapting to your training, to your sleep, to your stress, to your movement, and to your food. If you keep feeding it garbage, it's going to adapt to that. If you keep giving it better materials, it adapts to that too. Be honest. If you want to be truly independent, build a body that independence requires. Get your sleep. Train. Walk. Build a community. Move. Use your body. Eat real food. Because strength doesn't only happen in the gym. It's built by how you live. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, don't try to fix your whole diet. Replace one ultra-processed meal with real whole foods. Just one, every day. Protein first, add a real carb, vegetables, maybe some fruit, healthy fat. Keep it simple, then pay attention. How is your energy? How is your training? How is your hunger? How is your sleep? Your recovery? How do you feel in your body? Because the goal is not to eat perfectly. The goal is to build a body that can handle life. The food that makes you weak is not just one food. It's the repeated pattern of eating in a way that leaves you underbuilt, undernourished, and unprepared. So change the pattern. Eat real food. Build real muscle and strength, because that gives you capability. And capability gives you independence. And independence is always going to protect your freedom to live your fullest.